You saw it on the news. It happened again. Another innocent life was taken by a drunk driver. Then you hear something that makes your stomach sick. The driver that caused this wreck has done this over and over again. They didn't even have a driver's license. Something has to be done. According to Alan D. Porter, since the September 11th attacks on the World Trade Center, more than 130,000 men, women, and children have lost their lives because of someone drinking and driving. This cannot keep happening. Too many innocent lives are taken every year because of someone drinking and driving. Given the number of lives affected every year and the number of these wrecks that are caused by repeat offenders, ignition interlocks should be installed in the vehicles of every DUI offender. Installing ignition interlocks in the vehicles of all DUI offenders is going to save lives. In order to understand the importance of doing this, we're going to look at some facts and statistics pertaining to DUIs. We're going to talk about the possible punishment for first-time offenders and what ignition interlocks are. First, we're going to look at some facts and statistics pertaining to DUIs. According to drinkinganddriving.org, nearly 1,200 people are killed every year because of drinking and driving. And nearly 900,000 people a year are arrested for DUIs. Approximately 1/3 of these are repeat offenders, so they've done this before. NBC Dateline reported that there is a man in Iowa who has 11 DUI convictions, and another man in Ohio has 18 DUI convictions. He hasn't had a driver's license in 20 years. Many of these repeat offenders don't have a driver's license, and yet they're continuing to go out there and drink and drive. So we know some important facts pertaining to DUIs. But what's the possible punishment for first-time offenders? As a minimum, every state has a law where first-time offenders will lose their license for a period of time that is determined by each individual state. And most states impose possible short-term jail time. Other possible punishment includes probation and parole, impoundment of your vehicle, loss of insurance, and some states do have court-ordered ignition devices. So we have a clear understanding of what the possible punishment is for first-time offenders. But how do you keep these first-time offenders from becoming repeat offenders? Installing ignition interlocks is the way to do that. According to Interlock Facts, ignition interlocks is the device that measures the blood alcohol concentration of the driver. If the blood alcohol concentration is above a preset level, the ignition won't start. So the offender's gone out drinking, they've had a couple beers, they feel like they're good to drive. If their blood alcohol concentration is above that preset level, the car's not going to start. They're going to have to find another ride home, meaning they're not out there putting other people's lives at risk. This will also allow them to continue driving legally, so they'll still be able to carry on a normal life. They'll be able to have a normal job. They'll be able to take their kids to and from school, but they have to do it legally, so they're not going to be out there drinking and driving. 13 states already have ignition interlock laws, and with the new technology, ignition interlocks are impossible to tamper or trick, so there's no way around it. The car is not going to start. So I've given you solid facts pertaining to DUIs. I've told you the possible punishment for first-time offenders, and I've explained what ignition interlocks are. Something has to be done to stop these first-time offenders from becoming repeat offenders and putting countless lives at risk. Ignition interlocks should be installed in the vehicles of all DUI offenders. This is the only way to save